Y'all come on in, come on in. Let me make sure everything is turned up on this one. That way I can make sure I hear my guest. I'm getting it together, y'all. There we go. Okay. Let me know if y'all can't hear me or not. I mean, if you could hear me or not. Because I got it placed somewhere else today. Which I could just put it in the original spot. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna put it in the original spot. It's just a little closer, but it's all good. And y'all see how greasy my face is? Don't mind me. Anyways, let's go ahead and get it popping because I do have a guest that's coming today. She is going to be joining us on the live. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no what? I know you said it.
And that's on period. We're going to play one song and then I'm going to get my guest on there.
Too many things are going wrong at one time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I still try. I understand I'm not weak, but right now I'm not strong. Been through hell, but I know that my story isn't done, no. It's not done. I have more chapters to write. I'm created one of none. My story was never someone. Too many things that's going on in the world. I don't. It's hard to give your trust when they don't have right intentions. They never tell you up front. That's something they don't mention. Man, this shit is really fucked up. I've been going through some dumb stuff. Well, not really through some dumb stuff, but life's really crazy. I'm telling you, my baby, I'll tell you what. Please don't not ever give up. The purpose is not even done. So keep on pushing till you are.
Y'all keep pushing. Because no matter what, even though you don't see the finish line right now, the finish line is there. You just got to get there. You just got to get there.
So keep on pushing till you are. Don't ever give up. I know it's hard.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
I know. I go through this shit every fucking day, and sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I be willing to give up. But I got people that stand by me, that encourage me, and they keep me lifted. So I'm here to keep you lifted. I love you.
We got to keep each other lifted. Life be lifing. So we gotta be sure to keep each other lifted because, baby, when I say depression, mental health, I'm telling y'all, That's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. If you are listening, tuned in, you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Pandora. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow my guest, Stacie Wright, on all social media. Her information will be in the description, and we do have her live today on the Facebook. Hello, Stacie. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Let me turn you up a little bit more.
Thank you for having
Oh,
me.
baby. Anytime. There we go. I got you turned all the way up. Now, Stacie, can you tell everybody, number one, where you're from and what actually brought you onto the couch today?
I'm from Oklahoma City, born and raised. In a situation with my son, and he's locked up. He's in Lawton Correctional Facility, and he has been denied a lot of his 8th Amendment rights and his First Amendment rights. So you reach out to me. Like I said, I really appreciate for me to get my son's story out there so we can try to at least get some attention to what's going on, maybe some help, but most of all to get it out there, what's going on in Lawton Correctional Facility.
Exactly. Now, how long has your son been locked up?
He has been in Lawton since the end of 2022.
For those that don't know, the prison systems, y'all know I do prison jail felon talk every month. The prison systems ain't no joke, especially if you don't have somebody that's out here advocating for you. And you're doing everything that you can to advocate. And I wanted to be able to help advocate as well. Now, what exactly is going on in the Lawton facility right now?
To kind of preface the situation, my son has been denied visits. This would have been last Friday would have been the first time I would have been able to see my son since 2022. So I get down to Lawton. They let me check in. They let everybody else go back. They call my name and they say, hey, you can't see your son today. That unit is on lockdown because someone refused to lock down last night, not knowing if it's your son or not, but that whole pod can't get any visits. So on my way home, my son called me and he said, Mama, something happened last night. I'm like, what happened? He said, his sink had sewage coming out the sink all day long. So he got tired of it and he kept asking for water. They kept denying him water, bottles of water, wouldn't get him the clean water. So he asked for the warden to come down. The warden comes down to my son's cell, checks his cell, sees the sewage water, and because everybody's out of his cell. Him and his cellmate is out of the cell. So he's like, I need a bottle of water. The guard by the name of Cabela told my son, kiss her ass. He ain't getting no water. He has to drink what was in his cell. So my son said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in my cell because he knew tomorrow was gonna be the day we finally see each other. So as my son turns around, the warden tells them to light my son up. They shot my son and his cellmate with close range paintball guns, sprayed them both with pepper spray, and then made them wash off in the sewage water. After that happened, they took both of them to SEG, and before they took them to SEG, they threw grenades inside the little bean hole, and then they closed the bean hole. And my son was complaining because he has asthma. He was like, I can't breathe, I'm gonna die. A guard told him, that's your fault. After they got him out the cell, they took him to SEG at that time. And when they got to SEG, they brought all their stuff, all the belongings. They soaked my son's, all his belongings in pepper spray, his clothing, his bedding, all his stuff that he had. And they took his tablet. He's not even on a write-up. There's nothing in his file. I've been calling down there to see what I can do to get some help. No one's responding. I even have people reading my posts that are inboxing me telling me that their family is missing. They haven't talked to their family in so long, months at a time, and wanted me to check on their son and their boyfriend, things like that. And my son still has not been seen in medical yet. He's still locked up in SEG.
Now I want to pause because I want you guys to understand the seriousness of this. One, you said you haven't seen your son since 2022.
22. He has been on restrictions since he got to Lawton. He just got his phone privileges back about a week ago. And then that's what I got approved for the visitation. So I have not physically seen my son since 2022.
And are they saying it's because he don't have a level? It's because
No, No, it's not anything like that. It's like basically he had a cellmate before they got in trouble for something, so he got restricted because the cellmate got restricted. So basically, whatever the cellmate got, he got. So my son has been on restriction, hasn't been able to do commissary, hasn't had been able to use the phones, and hasn't had been able to get any visitors since 2022, since he got there.
Now, for those that's in the comments, and I know I get a lot of comments that are very insensitive. And what I mean by that is y'all will say, well, they shouldn't have did nothing to get in trouble. Your son is innocent, if I'm not mistaken, right?
My son is innocent. My son was in the passenger seat of a car. He had a friend that was driving. The friend got into an altercation with two older men, and he got shot. His friend got shot. His friend shot back. That man that shot him passed away. And since my son was in the passenger seat, my son got charged with murder too by principal.
And if you guys don't know how easy that can happen to any of you guys, the ones that's making the comments saying, oh, well, they shouldn't have did nothing to get in trouble. Not everybody thinks or knows that somebody that's next to them is going to do something that's going to cause both of their lives to be taken away from them.
And to be 100% honest with you, the boy that shot back, he was a collegiate athlete, never been in trouble. My son has never been in trouble. They both graduated. My son has held the same job since he was a teenager, never had any issues.
So not only did he get in there innocently, but now he's being tortured. Not only him, but other inmates living in inhumane conditions. This is why it's so important to talk about this. This is why it's so important to hear these stories, because y'all just thinking, I know sometimes when y'all hear, you know, us, the ones that's been locked up before, y'all probably like, oh, they just making that up. This is a young lady who's never been locked up. This is her son who's locked up. And she hasn't physically even laid eyes on her son since 2022. That's not fucking right. That is not right. That should be, first of all, when you locked up, your mental health is already, it's going everywhere. It's not completely stable. So if you have the family members, we all know how it feels to get them letters, them visits, them, when you don't get to have that and it's taken away from you, they are literally trying to strip you of everything and make you literally
break. They trying to break them mentally.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's a mental game. They're trying to break them mentally. And honestly, it's to the point where I think my son is at that breaking point. I have never heard my son ask me for help. He's never told me what's going on, why he's there, just for the fact he doesn't want to upset me. But the fact my son is telling me this, and not only on top of that, there's someone that inboxed me some screenshots of some messages that were sent to her by an ex-cellmate of my son saying they've been treating my son like this. I have all this evidence, I have all these people messaging me about not only my son, but their family members that are missing in Lawton. How can you go missing at a correctional facility?
How can you go missing at any type of facility? It happens. I know that for a fact because I've seen it. I've been there. Anybody that knows anybody that's like, check on, because I'm telling you, when they don't have an advocate out, when they don't have this voice to be able to speak, or a platform to be able to say story on, then guess what? They're silenced. There's nobody help. They're literally being ran like shit is coming out of their sink, right?
Yeah, it was shit, literal shit, sewage coming out of his sink, and they made my son wash off in the sewage. And my son said of course they couldn't wash it all because it's nasty. My son said he had pepper spray in his private area that was still burning 2 days later.
What were your exact feelings when you first heard your son was locked up? When you first heard he got locked up?
Helpless. That's what I honestly felt, helpless, and devastation was probably one of them, because I was like, not my son. Like, whose son? Mine? My son ain't never been in trouble. He never part of a gang. He was raised in a 2-parent household. He went to school every day, graduated, and like I said, he's had the same job since he was a teenager. And like the fact that he has to go through this and he's innocent, I ain't gonna lie, pisses me off to the point of no return. But if I can be 100% transparent, this situation has hurt me, but it's also helped me. It helped me be more patient. It helped me get more strength. It helped me advocate for my son more. It helped me go harder for all of my kids. But it also put a lot of patience in me, because no matter what, this all I got right now is time. So whatever time my son's serving, I'm serving, and I'm gonna wait for him. And I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make sure he's good while he's in there and get him out.
Jasmine, I see that you want to be added to the live. As long as you add the couch as a friend, add me as a friend, I could bring you up. Otherwise, it'll only let you comment. So don't just follow the page, but add me as a friend and I can bring you up. Yes. And you know, when, like I said, it's so important to be the advocate for your family members. A lot of times, and I know this for a fact, we don't like to tell what's going on in the penitentiary. Number one, we don't want to seem like we being a snitch. We don't want to seem like we being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you at your breaking point and you actually tell your family, then that means it's getting really fucking bad. That means it was a point where I was on the yard and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to tomorrow or not, because the way these officers are treating us, they're literally, whatever they're dealing with in the world, they're literally bringing it in here and taking it out on us. I'm talking about the treatment, the way they talk to us, the things that they do. What the fuck would make a warden say, light them up?
Light them up.
What?
Light them up. That you like that right there, when those words, I think, were the one thing that bothered me more than anything.
Yeah.
Light them up.
Because what do you mean? And then as a parent, I don't know, but I know from hearing other parents, but as a parent, that's gotta be, y'all, parents want to do everything they can for their kids. And that's just the real. But when their hands is tied behind their back and it's literally nothing they can do or nobody listening, that's when the community needs to come together. That's when we need to do everything we can. I'm not the only podcaster. There's other podcasters. Y'all share this shit. Tell them what the fuck is happening in these. And then the ladies and gentlemen, whenever you get out of these penitentiaries, I know it's a traumatic thing that you went through in there, but you have to talk. You have to tell people what the fuck happened in there. You have to speak up and speak out. Otherwise, guess what? When you don't make a paper trail, they keep doing what the fuck they want to do. This keeps happening to the same fucking people.
Yeah. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit apprehensive about coming on here because I didn't want to cause any more issues for my son. Because I know they're gonna see this. I know it's gonna get around. And to be honest, I had to,
Your mic is muted. Look at the bottom to the left. It should be a microphone down there. Is it a star at the bottom? Do you see the star at the bottom? Do you see a microphone at all? Oh, you might have to scroll over at the bottom. Let me see if I could. Oh, wait, I don't know how to do it. It should be at the bottom. It's a microphone. I think if you don't see it, you might have to scroll over to the left or to the right. You must have had a phone call come in. I know that ain't the jail, the prison trying to call him. Let me see if I could. I'm about to bring you back up. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got Jasmine. There we go. And then let me bring Stacie back up. Let's see. Thank you so much. Hey, Jasmine.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Just got done eating.
I'm trying to, Stacie, if you're still alive, send a request back up and I can bring you right back up. Hi, Jasmine. What brought you up?
Because I spoke with Miss Stacie not too long ago because I seen her post about her son. I have a brother who is in Lawton Correctional Facility, the same place where her son is locked up at. And just to piggyback off her story with these correctional officers, like, they really don't give a shit about our inmates, and that's what bothers me, because at one point my brother's cellmate had like asthma, health issues and stuff like that, and they weren't giving him his medicine and stuff like that. And then at one point they wrote my brother up on a Class X because they said that they had put something in the door to jimmy the door open, but from what the news story said, it was a human error due to the correctional facility. And when we were at visitation one time, and my brother was telling me me and my mother what was happening, and they literally suspended my brother's visit in the middle of it. Like, the CL right there listening to everything my brother telling me, and she was like, y'all gotta go. Y'all, we cutting y'all visitation
Know
short.
why?
And I'm like, for what?
Because
Like, y'all just
when we are locked up, I've experienced this before. They like to silence us. They don't want us telling if it's on the news. Oh, let the news say whatever they need to say. But they don't like us telling what's happening in there. And if it does happen, let me tell you what they did to me. I was on the phone with my mom telling her that the officer just put their hands on me. I said, Mama, the officer just choked me out my sleep. The phone hung up. I'm like, hello. I couldn't. No, my mom wasn't there no more. They suspended my visits and they suspended my phone.
Yep, that's what they did with my brother. He lost his phone time for 30 days. We had to go see him behind the wall. We couldn't do like the face-to-face visit. We had to be behind that glass wall. Like that, and they did that in front of his daughter. Like, his daughter was traumatized, like, because she looking at me like, what are we getting terminated for? And this one tops it, because the CEO, I don't remember her last name. When my brother calls, I'm gonna try to get her last name, but I remember her first name was Jasmine. Only the reason I remember that because it was my first name. She followed us all the way to the front where you check in at, threatening me, talking about, bitch, if I ever catch you on these streets, it ain't gonna be pretty, whoop-de-whoop, this and that. And y'all let this woman do this on camera in a federal building. Y'all let this woman threaten me for nothing because my brother was telling on what the fuck they were doing. And then I said, it's all right, y'all gonna terminate my visit, but Karma's a bitch. Tell me why 2 days later that bitch walked up. I said, I didn't even do nothing about it, but God works in mysterious ways. That woman walked into my job, and apparently, for whatever reason, she had a doctor's appointment. Baby, I got all your information. Like, if I was really that fucked up in the head, like people make it seem like people are from where we grew up at, I'm from the ghetto. Shit, my brother just made wrong, like Stacie's son. Wrong people, wrong time, wrong crowd. My brother was graduated early from high school. My brother was intelligent and was just kicking it with the wrong people. And that's where people, I judge people. That's what I'm saying. They want to be like, oh, well, they fucked up, so they deserve to be in there. Nobody deserves, I'm not going to say nobody. Not everybody deserves to be in a pit. Not everybody deserves to be in a penitentiary. If you hurt somebody, hurt kids, that's me. If you hurt some kids or some weird shit like that, you a pedo, I don't deal with that shit. But people out here trying to make a life. They selling weed and shit. Weed legal in Oklahoma. Why niggas getting locked up for weed still? Bullshit. And they get more time than motherfuckers out here that's killing people, and it just behooves me. It behooves the hell out of me.
Everybody that's listening in, you guys have to literally don't be so quick to judge, because I'm telling you, it can be your kids, it can be somebody in your that this can be happening to.
Yep.
This is serious. And for people to make jokes like, oh, well, they shouldn't have known. You don't never know why a motherfucker's locked up.
Exactly.
The man that this happened to, the man that passed away in my son's situation, he was high on meth. He had meth in his system. They were on a meth run, the reason where they met up at the 7-Eleven, and that didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. All it was is, to be 100% honest, when people see my son, they don't see me. They see my son, and that's gonna be. I'm gonna be 100% honest. They don't see me when they see my son. They see someone that's 6'2", 300 pounds, and they already assumed that he was aggressive. So whenever that man passed away, he had meth in his system. He had been a meth head. The man's brother ends up creating drones for the police department. We found out later. So at the end of the day, they don't see me when they see my son. They don't see him. They don't see how nice he is. They don't see how lovable he is. They don't see anything but the color of his skin and the fact that he's big and he don't put up with no bullshit.
Amen. And he shouldn't. And that's what I try to teach my kids too. Man.
And it's sad. And
Really
and
is.
you know what? I love that you just said that. I love that you just said that, because let's just be real. You a white woman.
Yeah.
And you have Black children, and you see firsthand what they have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
my son don't get a pass because of me. He doesn't. And it's not like anyone should get a pass because, but the whole thing is, at the end of the day, my son is a human being, and at the end of the day, he's still someone's son, and he deserves respect. He deserves drinkable water, and to be honest, he don't even deserve to be in there, bro. That's a whole nother story.
Right.
I just want my son treated with the same respect they would want their kids treated with. Just give my son some water. Let him wash his ass. Like, what the hell is the problem? Let me see my son. I haven't physically held my son since January 20th of 2021. Have not touched my child, but I have not physically actually seen him with my eyes since 2022. That is the hardest thing in the world. I was 17 when I had my son.
Like, what?
Me and my son grew up together. We grew up together. That's my best friend. And the fact that I can't see him, the fact that his siblings can't, he has a niece that he ain't never met. And it's the saddest thing in the world to know that your son is in there or your child is in there, period, and you can't save him. I can't do anything. I can't feed you. I can't bathe you. I can't give you nothing. I can't do anything for you except for pray and be out here fighting for you. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
And to go back onto what you said earlier, that you was a little hesitant, and that's another reason why I didn't want to push you, because when it comes to things like this, I don't give a fuck about putting myself in the front line. I've been retaliated against. I'm fighting a case right now being retaliated.
Me too. Lawton police know me by name.
Yeah.
Lawton police know me. That's why I moved to Oklahoma City. But I'ma still speak up.
The day I die, I will be doing this, because guess what? Y'all don't get to get away with just any fucking thing just because you got a badge, or because you don't get to keep fucking. There's gonna be me and other people that's gonna keep on standing up and speaking the fuck out. We not gonna be silent.
Amen. No. It won't.
So much stuff has happened to my son. I can't be passive no more. I can't just let it pray about it, hopefully go away. I really have to do something. So I feel like I've done something in my heart. I know that I've done everything that I can to help my son in whatever way that I can.
Exactly.
My son is the first bill I pay when I get paid. I make sure he's taken care of. I make sure before the lights get paid, my baby gets paid. But no matter what, I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to work as hard as I work to make sure he's taken care of, because he should be out here, period. But he shouldn't be in there having to take water, shower with shit, and being hit with close range.
At close range, like, first of all, the
piggybacking off of that.
Whoever you are that's going to apply for a correctional officer job or a police job, when you get in those positions, the reason why so many motherfuckers hate y'all is because you take that position and you literally you act as if you're God now. It's like,
I have a theory on that. Most people that do stuff like that are the ones who got picked on, they have that disorder where they've been picked on, been bullied, so now they feel like they have to do it to other people. Instead of being a decent human being and looking out for somebody, you're going to be a bully because you got picked on and you didn't have enough you wasn't enough to become a police officer, so now you have to default to a CO. Like, come on now, like, all we want is for our children and our loved ones to be treated with respect. I'm not saying give my son any special attention or anything else, because he's there. They made the decision that he should be there. But all I want is my son to be able to live his life as good as possible.
Exactly.
Treated like
nobody
human. They need to be treated like humans. I wouldn't even let my dog do that.
We already got to smell our silly shit. Now you got to bathe in it. Are you kidding me?
Like
Mm-mm.
my son ain't never asked me for help. Ain't never did anything. Saying he ain't never tried to tell me anything. But the time he asked me for help, I can't help him. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Now you're working on getting a lawyer. Did you ever have success with that?
Well, it's not that I'm work. I have actually someone I've been in contact with, but it's just he has a lawyer. We just kind of went through an appeal. Just to kind of preface everything, my son, his case, the court reporter never put the transcripts in. It took almost a year to get the transcripts for she almost got brought up on charges. They ended up giving my son early appeal, but denied him the appeal because they said him being there contributed to the situation. But the lawyer he had found a statute that my son is the first person in like 99 to 100 years in the state of Oklahoma that's been charged as an offender when they had an offender admitting guilt. And even off that statute, they didn't help my son.
See, and this is another reason why we need to speak out. And I always encourage people to tell your story, because you see what she just said? That can be happening to somebody else, and you know what? They knew.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all tell us. Don't just keep this type of shit. If I knew a way to get that off, and because it helped me, I would be telling you guys to try to help somebody to get one of the cases that was similar to yours. That's how you can fight your case. They won off their appeal, so how come the fuck he isn't getting off on it? And I see in the comments it says Oklahoma's getting away with too much. Oklahoma's getting away with
They are. It is.
They've been getting away with too much. That's why we're in the position we're in now, because they've been getting away with too much.
And it's really bad.
Just like that recording.
Which one?
The one that just came out. They had some people in Oklahoma. They had some people that were saying they still wish they could lynch people.
DLC. Up at the DLC building. At the DLC.
Yeah. It's like lawmakers. It was like actual.
It was the Oklahoma DLC. That's the building where, like, when our inmates get out and they on probation, they go there to get on their ankle monitor and shit like that. I seen that video, girl.
Now let me tell y'all this though. Let me just take it a little bit deeper. I was an inmate for 9 years, and that's what I had to endure. I literally they shipped me off a maximum yard. I wasn't even supposed to go off the maximum yard.
And I know it's 10 times worse for females. I know it's 10 times worse.
It's no reason why anybody that's in a position that's higher of any type of position like that should be able to put their hands on us, assault us, disrespect us. It doesn't matter what kind of crime we did. When you're doing your time, you shouldn't have to do your time and be tortured.
And my son didn't even do nothing, and he's in the same pod as someone who just got decapitated. Not only did they get decapitated, they got their private cut off, and they still ain't reported. You ain't heard nobody saying this just happened a month or two ago.
That part. Okay, did y'all see the story from this morning where they had this transgender up in Geo, and the nigga killed his cellmate because his cellmate was harassing him, and the transgender told the fucking COs, and the COs didn't do shit, so now this little black boy done killed his motherfucking white cellie. And it's a transgender. I didn't know they could do that shit.
What's the caller did that shit? Trump did that shit. He kind of separated. He don't recognize that shit no more.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That boy ain't had nothing to do but to defend himself and kill a nigga. Excuse my language, but shit.
Have you been able to call up there and ask them to do a wellness check?
I called the nurse. And
Stacie, I called that day I talked to you.
She was gonna call.
The day
and then after
talked
that,
to you, I called.
He ain't seen nobody. But he also got his tablet taken away, and he said his tablet was fully charged, and they told him the tablet was dead, and they can't give it back to him until they figure out if it's his or not. So they're denying my son phone calls, all types of shit, because whenever he is on the phone with me, that he tells me what's going on now. And now that he can't get a call, he can't call unless it's Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday.
Because they're punishing.
It's retaliation. It's retaliation. Because the day I spoke to you, Miss Stacie, I called up there. I didn't give your son's name, none of that. I just asked about the water situation. He told me his name. He was like, "Oh, you talking about 207, whoop-de-whoop, this and that." And he broke it down, talking about, oh, they supposed to be flushing the toilet every 15 minutes. Or no, they were supposed to be flushing the toilet constantly for 15 minutes. So then I asked, like, bro, is it like a toilet where you flush, or you got to sit there and push a button? Because I done been to the city jail. And nigga, I'm not about to sit here and push a button for 15 minutes on some shit y'all got to, because y'all fucked up.
They
That
say
part.
that, but my son said him and his celly let it run all the way, all day long to let it run out, and was still running shit. It wasn't even a toilet, it's the sink. They said they left it on all day and to let it run out, and it still never ran out. It was still shit water coming out the faucet.
That was coming from all the cells that was around them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The reason why the warden didn't want to admit to it, that's why she said light they ass up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bitch.
And my son said there was some a guard that came up there and told him, he's like, we seen the video. So they have 2 different videos of what happened to my son that night. And they said they seen the video and they don't understand why my son was assaulted and don't understand why my son is insane. Because he don't have any violations. They ain't wrote him up, nothing.
And they'll do that. They did that to my brother. Threw him in SEG and didn't even get him no write-up. On some bullshit. And that's what they'll do. Just to fuck with these niggas. Like, they are so disrespectful that my brother, my brother's Muslim, when he does his praying and stuff, he called my mom the other day talking about they stepping on his rugs. Like, y'all fucking with niggas' religions at this point. Like, my brother in there trying to make a change. Like, yeah, he went in there on one shit, but he know now, like, this shit took my life. Like, he got a daughter to come home to. My brother trying to change, but they can't change if motherfuckers who's supposed to be taking care of them is treating them like shit. I don't get it. It's supposed to be a rehabilitation. Y'all not rehabbing nobody. Y'all, this like a fucking pound.
Want to do exactly what they're saying that you're doing. Oh, you saying that I'm being disrespectful? It makes you want to be disrespectful. Oh, you saying I'm fighting y'all? It makes you want to fight they fucking asses.
Mm-hmm.
If your family is out here screaming, or if you don't have it, but if you do have family that's out here doing everything they can and it's still not making a difference and you still being fucking tortured, literally he might be at his breaking point. And then that's when he really might end up getting something in his jacket, like he did something, because you guys are pushing them to their fucking point. Y'all push them. Y'all push until a motherfucker actually do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's 100% true. Like, how can you expect him, like you said, to be rehabilitated, and you're not giving them anything to grow with? You're not watering them. You're not doing anything. You're giving shit water. That's gonna kill everything. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared for my son, not only for his mental health, but what if he disappears?
No,
I ain't seen my son since 2022. What if they keep playing with me and I can't see my son? You know, what if I go up there Sunday when I'm supposed to go up there,
okay,
and
Sunday,
they deny me another visit?
Sunday, Stacie?
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday.
I think our week is Sunday this week. I gotta ask my mama, but we set it up. I don't know if it's tomorrow but we gonna be there.
Yeah,
I gotta figure it out.
I'll be there. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go up there and wait for him. And if I can't see him, I'm gonna still go up there and wait for him. I'm gonna do everything that I can. But
you know what?
This right here, this is the hardest thing.
Lawton ain't that far, and at this point, if they don't let you see him, I'm driving my ass up there with some motherfucking signs.
I'm telling you,
at this point, I'm ready to do it too, because I deserve to see my son. Like, I ain't helped my baby in forever. That's the hardest thing.
That's pathetic. They did
It
that to
is.
me when I was out there. They literally took my level and they was like, "Oh, you can't get no visits for a year," and I couldn't get no visits for a year.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He hasn't got phone privileges since he got there in 2022. No visits from nobody. And to be honest with you, they just started that package program where I could send them shoes, send them clothes, do covers.
Yeah, that just passed. We just bought the shoes. I
just bought it all, and they covered it all in pepper spray. So everything I just bought my son, they ruined everything to put pepper spray on it. Like, I just bought him shoes, socks, blankets, towels, sheets, everything that I could buy for him and send to him. They covered in pepper spray and ruined it all
on purpose.
Yeah,
bitches.
Yeah, they ruined it all. They're doing everything they can to break my son.
Now, I know this whole situation is scary and crippling. What is it doing to your mental health?
100% honesty with you. When my son got sentenced, I went and got counseling. I went to therapy, and I got some tools in therapy that help me cope with what I'm dealing with. But 100%, I'm a strong ass woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I do struggle daily. I cry about my son all the time, but I get it out. I don't hold it in. So I could be at work on a phone call. I'm a cry when I have to cry. I'm gonna be mad when I have to be mad. I don't hold it in. So me getting those tools from therapy helped me out a lot. And I got that the day he got sentenced. Well, the first time they tried to give him 53 years. So that right there put me out for like a month. I didn't go to work. I didn't even move out the bed. But after that happened, I got tired of sitting there being numb. So I went to therapy. But that therapy gave me the steps that I needed to do to handle this, to keep moving forward, to cry and still fight. Like I do that every day.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what you have to do. You have to keep fighting. Who is it that we need to write? Who is it that what?
From what I'm told,
help?
the people that we need to get in contact with is DOC up here in Oklahoma City. Because I've called on GEO, I've called on Lawton City Jail, I've called on Lawton County Jail, Comanche County Jail. It's Lawton, period. Like, it's probably everywhere in the jail systems, but Lawton, period, is so fucked up and corrupt, yo. Like, this is going to be a hard battle to fight, because I haven't even, like, I've tried to help my brother, but when we did try to speak up and stuff about it, when he was telling us about it, my visitations got suspended for 30 days. Like, I couldn't see my nigga, none of that shit. We started on the police killings, where these 2 law police officers killed these 2 young black men out here not too long ago. I've been locked up so many times behind that shit. Like, they will literally pull me over. Like, I got a cat from the city of Lawton Pound. Them niggas came and gave me a ticket talking about my cat wasn't registered in the city of Lawton. How? When I got him from the fucking city of Lawton Pound. Y'all niggas was fucking with me. This last time I did 33 days, I missed my oldest son's birthday. I missed Thanksgiving. I missed a lot of shit because these niggas pulled me over and couldn't tell me what I had a warrant for. They talking about, you got a warrant. What for? And they couldn't tell me. And locked me up for 33 days. Boy, the stories I got on Lawton City Jail too, I got that shit written down. 33 days worth of shit that they did to me, walking in on us male COs while we in the shower. And we sitting there butt ass naked. We sitting there yelling, hey, we not ready. And he's saying, basically, I don't give a fuck. Come, he walking through. It's Lawton, period. Like, this gonna be a hard fucking battle to fight in Lawton.
No, it ain't gonna be hard. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up.
Me neither, baby. I done been locked up about 4-5 times fucking with Lawton police and all the shit. Chief of police, city of Lawton, all types of shit.
I've went this long without seeing my son. If I have to do what I have to do and they do whatever they need to do to me, I'm okay with it. I've accepted that I haven't seen him this long, and I've accepted when he comes home, we'll make up for whatever time that we missed out on. So whatever I need to do, I'm going to do it no matter what. I was, like I said, a little apprehensive about coming and doing this, but no matter what, my son deserves, his story deserves to be heard. He deserves to be treated correctly.
Yes, ma'am. We need to be their voice. And if I'm with you, just tell me a date and a place, and I'll be there. Exactly. You can ask anybody. Baby, go look at my Facebook. You see all my protests. I'll be at every one. I'll turn up and turn out. We gonna speak on what need to be spoken. And I know the right people out of state. I got a motherfucker in Colorado that will get your son's story out. We got people everywhere. But I just want a motherfucker that's gonna be with me too at the same time, because I don't want to be the only motherfucker in jail behind this shit.
Exactly. Share this live. Share this live. Because this is what's really fucking happening. And you're not hearing this from other inmates. You're literally hearing this from a parent.
Yeah.
Who's suffering right now.
That part. I wish my mama could be on here. She probably sleep. But I wish my mama could tell her story. She been going through the same shit. My mama can't sleep.
And it's really sad because after the story came out, so many people have inboxed me about their family members missing. Like, that's the saddest thing in the world. Like, for another mother to come to me to see if my son can find her son.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's sad, and like all I can do is like, you know, be there, like tell her how I feel and try to you know, give her some encouragement, because at the end of the day, we all just want to know where our kids are and want to know that they're safe.
Exactly. And just like y'all treat, well, I can't even say that y'all treat the people that's in the army and everything good, but I'm sure that I remember seeing a movie that once when they wasn't getting their letters, I can't even think of the name of the movie. They wasn't getting their letters, and they started a whole team to get them motherfucking letters. So we need to start a whole team to make sure that they are staying in line. We need to make sure that we check their ass. Mm-hmm. And even if they used to be locked up, hold these motherfuckers accountable. Sergeant Amos, you bitch ass bitch at the Oklahoma County Jail. I am going to hold you accountable. I promise you. As
Man,
soon
they
as my
just had
case that
somebody die here. They just had somebody die. Did you see that in the county?
yes,
They just posted that
Today.
story this morning too. Yeah. Sad as fuck, yo.
yes. This shit is real. It's really fucking happening. No matter wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening from, make sure that you share this live. Help get this story out. Help.
Yeah.
Because this can't be
The
only
system.
Lawton that this
The
is
only
happening in.
way to change the system is if we do this. Use this mouth to fucking talk and get this shit out. Period. They're gonna have to change eventually.
Once so many people speak out, yeah. Once they know, oh, all these motherfuckers know about this, oh, we got to do something.
You know, it's fucked up, and I'm so glad that your son has you, and I'm so glad that your brother have you, and I'm just glad
because a lot of inmates don't have people like us that's gonna listen to them and speak out for them. Because there's a lot of them not even from Oklahoma here, and I've noticed that. And I'm like, damn, how they end up here? Like,
yeah, because you come on vacation and you
leave
leave
on
on
probation. My mama told me that when I was 14 years old, and I didn't believe that shit. But now I see it. I see it.
It's no reason why you should be doing time and living in inhumane conditions. Reason why you shouldn't have drinking water. You gotta drink shit. Oh, okay.
But you gotta listen to that. He can't get commissary because they've restricted commissary.
Right.
They won't give him water. You won't give him clean water. But then I get in trouble if I find a way to get him some water.
That's not right. That's not right. It's no reason why any of these. Who is the big person that's out here that can go do I want somebody to do a physical fucking wellness check.
They just had, didn't Jason Lowe just go to the county?
Yeah. We
can see if he'll go to Lawton.
Yeah.
Cause he be on K98 too. He be his little commercial be on K98. I'm pretty sure it's a little hour-and-a-half drive. Shit.
We need a physical wellness check. We need to all call for. I'm calling for a wellness check on every single one of these. I'm talking about. That's what jails.
I told the first day I spoke to Miss Stacie, I called up there and spoke to the warden, and he was like, "Well, will you want me to do an inmate check on everybody?" I said, "Will you being a smart ass about it?" Yeah, go ahead. I said, "How many inmates do you have?" "Well, I can't disclose this information." And I said, "Well, I got time because I was off that day, baby. I'll sit here on this phone." And that nigga hung up on me.
She said he has an office. Then he need to get his motherfucking ass out there quickly. Quickly, because this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable that even though, for whatever reason, some of us had to go do time or some of us is doing time, that doesn't mean that
I gotta treat people like that. Hell no.
I didn't sign time and they said, you know what? Half of the time that you in there, you're gonna have shit water. No, they don't. That's not. No, they tell you actually when you get there that you're supposed to have 3 hot meals, a roof over your head. You're supposed to be able to wash your ass, especially if you in general pop. You should be able to ass every fucking.
I'm kind of glad that you even brought that up when you first got to jail. My son said he's been denied his PREA call.
Girl, cause why I got your list right here? I wrote that everything I wrote down. That I was about to say that. That's on my list.
That's what they cannot fucking do. They
They denied his PREA call, and I didn't even know what that was.
Stop. Everything's supposed to stop.
Yep, he was
denied
his PREA call.
That's like his medical. That's a medical call.
His PREA call. That's when they took the tablet and said it wasn't his, and basically left him in the seg cell.
And that's how you know that they hiding something, that they doing something fucked up. Because when you say PREA, I don't give a fuck if it's on the staff or your motherfucking celly. They taking both of y'all to lock. I kid you not.
They did. They took them both.
Yeah.
They shot them both too. They didn't just shoot my son. They shot his cellmate too.
But who did he call PREA on?
He didn't ever get. I don't think he ever got the PREA call.
Because they probably thought he was trying to call PREA on them.
Hell yeah. Yeah, shit. Y'all just mace this nigga and all his shit. I would too.
That's unacceptable.
Shit. My
Anybody
first call would
locked up, we all know that if you say Priya, that is like that's it. Everything has to stop. An investigation has to immediately be done.
Yep. And
So
it keeps playing over my head that these others
to make they motherfucking IA internal investigations need to make their way to Lawton facility. Period. Period. They need an internal investigation. And that's period. Because that's unacceptable. Not only are y'all got them living in inhumane conditions, but you're denying them their actual rights. No.
Yep.
Y'all share this live. Let's get this word out. I don't give a fuck who you tag everybody that you fucking know. Some of us know people that's in Lawton right now, and guess what? They're suffering, and they don't know how to reach out to you or reach out. Some of them don't even got family.
Michael Washington is a good person. I've dealt with him on many occasions.
He was at my son's trial. He was at one of the days of my son's trial. He's held a protest. He's actually helped out with my son, like when we were protesting for him, things like that. There's another activist.
He is. That's what I said.
That's
but
helped out a lot.
After I've done some research on this man, like I ain't gonna lie, that man, he got a good mouth, and he will show up and show the fuck out. But at one point, he told me he could help me get my brother's sentence from what is it, consecutive to concurrent. Because instead of starting one and then doing the other, we wanted it to just run all together. He took $1,500 from us and just gave us back our paperwork. Same paperwork we got him, talking about, well, it seems like the lawyer did what he could, whoop-de-whoop, this and that. But mind you, the lawyer that we paid, he done died and ain't did shit neither. We paid him to do the same thing, get it from just run it all together. But he got a mouthpiece on him. He a good person. Just don't give that man no money. I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Well, that ain't no person that shit. The fuck, I need motherfuckers that go shake and get this shit the fuck going. I don't want nobody taking no motherfucking money. I ain't taking no money. Nigga, do it just at the kindness of your heart because you feel for human souls. The fuck? You kidding me?
Yeah. I've been out so much money, my son, and let me tell you, when it came down to my son's case, when the jury went back there was 2 jurors that came forward to sign an affidavit saying my son should have went home. And they said they were intimidated by other jurors that were there that wanted my son to go. Just because they said, oh, does he have a paid lawyer? I spent $25,000 on my son's lawyer. Like they were saying, he's a paid lawyer. What race is he? Is he? Because my son, he's really quiet. They was like, is he slow? Like they were saying all type of fucked up, messed up shit about my son. And it was just, to hear that and just know that my son basically got thrown under the bus by everybody, and then now he's going through this, I feel like a failure as a mom. I really do.
I'm gonna let you know this one thing for certain too, for sure. You are not a failure. You are a strong goddess that's doing everything you can right now to help your son. You are amazing. Don't think nothing different.
And, you know, it's not like I'm like, oh, I think I'm just a bad, but I just feel like I failed at saving my son. That's what I feel like. Because at the end of the day, you can raise your kids how you want to raise them. You can instill whatever values you can instill, but the other people that in this world can do whatever they need to do and trick your kid off is the hardest thing to swallow. So you teach your kid to be a good person and stand up, and then that's what end up getting him tricked off. That's what makes me feel like I didn't protect him 100%. That's something I'll probably hold forever. But no matter what, that's not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna keep it pushing. I'm still gonna make sure my son is okay, no matter what I have to do.
And anything I can do, anytime you make a post, send it to my inbox. I'll share it. Listen. Anything that I can do to help. Whenever you decide if you want to go do a peaceful protest, I am down 100%. 100%. I've protested in front of Mabel Bassett. No game. Just so we can get those body cams on those officers. Shout out to Deborah Drake, because we did everything that we can to get them body cams in there. So now we need that footage. I want to see the footage.
I want to see the footage too. I want to see it's two different points of view of this video of him telling the light. When my son was back turned, going back to his cell, you tell him to light my son up, and then after he gets in there, you close the door and you throw the grenades and the pepper, all this inside the bean hole and close it. My son has asthma. Told him he was gonna die, and he said, "That's your fault."
And that was Officer Cabela.
No, Cabela is either Cabela or Cabela. That's a woman who said told my son to kiss her ass. She ain't getting him no damn water. It was a man who told him it was his fault, the reason why he might be dying.
Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, I'm keeping these motherfucking names down because I will never forget what Sergeant motherfucking Amos did to me. She said, yes, we got to do something about this fuck shit. I'm fucking sick of those fucking wannabe police officers. And Nicole, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about Nicole. I got chills because when we was locked up, I always, this is, I don't know if it's traumatic to her like it is to me, but I still have flashbacks. So when the officers, when we ended up getting a black warden, it was almost like the officers was like, we ain't going for that. When I say they all shaved their head like some goddamn KKKs, when I say they drug her from the top of the goddamn ramp to the bottom with her face, and she bright like you. Oh, yeah, I lost it. I just was like, they gonna kill us. I didn't think I was gonna make it out of prison. I just knew for sure I was gonna die. I said, my mouth is slick too, so I know I'm gonna be next. Like no, it's for years they have been getting away with shit. For years, decades. The world has been changing. The world has been changing. And the reason why I say that is because back then, they didn't have podcasts. No, for real. Back then, they didn't have like the internet sensations and all of it. They didn't have all of that. Now they do. Now, Lawton, bitch, you're viral now. Bitch, we're gonna keep talking about you. And then guess what? May the 5th, 6th, 8th, and 9th is prison jail felon talk. And guess what? We're gonna be talking about you again. For real. Every time we get a chance, please keep us up to date. And if you don't mind, in May, when we have prison jail felon talk again, if you don't mind coming up and talking again.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Anytime you need me or anytime you feel like I can add to it or anything, I would love to do
yes,
that.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And Jasmine, I'm actually about to wrap it up, but you are more than welcome to come back up again. I will be, like I said, I go live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and every Wednesday morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 Central Time, and then Wednesdays from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. But we do prison jail felon talk every month on the couch. This is a subject that's why I say we always have to talk about it. Because guess what? It's shit that's happening right now. It's shit that happened tomorrow. That's gonna be happening tomorrow. We need to be able to do something. And if that's just speaking and sharing, then that's what we need to do. You said, I remember those fake police that they gave you PTSD. Yes. You said people know their rights. Now, fuck yeah. We do. We know our rights. And you, guess what? You still have rights when you are in the penitentiary. They give you a fucking handbook that tells you your rights. And guess what? Those rights are violated in Lawton Correctional Center right now, at Oklahoma County right now, at Mabel Bassett Center right now, at Eddie Warriors right now, at all these fucking facilities. So let's be the voice. Let's be the voice. The cops, they have their own gang. They come together and they protect their own. Let's start protecting our own. And I don't mean I mean us. We're General Pop. Our own.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Thank you so much for being on the couch tonight. And like I said, I invite you back for prison jail felon talk. Anything that we can do to help, that's what I'm here for.
If y'all got time, just call up there, bug him about getting my son his tablet back.
Absolutely. Do you have the number on you right now that I can write down?
The facility.
But if you have,
I'll give it to you. I'll send it to you.
Less. And I will be posting it for anybody else that want to call. Make sure that you DM me. If you would like to be an advocate, if you would like to speak out, please DM If you or your loved one is in the Lawton facility as well, DM story. Because guess what? When you start making a paper trail, when you start complaining, that's whenever it starts to get serious. When you don't, guess what? They not gonna give a fuck. They gonna be like, ain't nobody out there fighting for you. Ain't nobody out there giving a fuck about you. That's why we doing what we want. No, you can't. Sorry, but not sorry.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me and even inviting me. I really appreciate this. This definitely helps out so much that I can't even explain. Just for someone listening to it, I appreciate you.
No, thank you so much for sharing. Seriously, like anything that I can do to spread the word, that's what I'm here for.
I appreciate
that. I was put on this earth to help, so that's what I'm gonna do. You say, yes, I'm gonna speak up too, because they did me wrong in there for no reason, because they didn't like Black folks in there. Yes, I'm free now. I don't have any warrants. Yep, exactly. And I will say this, I have been retaliated against, and I don't give a fuck, because y'all not gonna keep on getting away at all. Not at all. Y'all, if you just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. We out for the night. Today is Friday. I always say this every Friday, but I'm gonna say it again. If you are going out and you're in the Oklahoma City area and you are drinking and you need a driver, you can always call me and my wife. We'll come get you, but please do not drink and drive. 404-666-5906 is my hotline number. You can call that number at any fucking time. If you are too drunk to drive, please don't get behind that wheel. Please don't.
That's really dope. That's real life dope. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. And before we go, I do want to give a moment of silence for the ones that didn't get to make it today. So if you guys got anything turned on, just turn it off real quick and let's give this moment to them. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
I'm gonna keep in touch with you.
Yeah.
Today thing, I'm gonna be in touch with you because I literally am invested. I need to know what's going on.
I got you. I think I inboxed you my number, but if not, I'll go ahead and send it to you.
Okay. All right, girl. Good night.
All right. Thank you so much.
Love and energy your way.
You too. Thank
Everybody
you.
else that's watching, I love you guys. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Have a good night and be safe this weekend. I will see you guys Monday. And again, if you're in the Oklahoma City area and you are driving and you need a designated driver, please, please, please. If you can't afford a Uber, don't even think, oh, well, I can't afford to give you gas. Fuck that shit. I don't want you drinking and driving. I love y'all. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Have a good night.